So you would have witnessed us at the SBS Decision Desk collecting data, analyzing the data, projecting it for viewers to see. Very dynamic process, speed, accuracy, always important. We're competing with others who are trying to get the information out there, but we're also competing with ourselves to get the best job. So you would have seen us deal with all of those things. It's difficult to balance speed and accuracy and get insights, but that's what we're able to do through the Decision Desk services. So we would have been in charge of all the data from the beginning to the end, the beginning of the process where it's collected to the end where the viewers see it at home. So we would have people at polling stations and in retaining officers' offices and party headquarters collecting that data and bringing it inside of here. Here we amalgamated it all into one, made sense, got the whole picture. And once we got that inside here, we were able to put it in a way that people could understand at home. We are here. I know turnout was a big issue, both from our panelists and from those who contested the elections. Just based on the data that we have, we suspect that about 325,000 people would have participated in this election. That's even less than was last year when the electorate was small, well, last time in 2016 when the electorate was smaller, and certainly less than 2013, 6 years ago. So we think that that's a plus or minus maybe about 10 to 15%. So that if we are correct and what we're seeing in the data that we have now is correct, we should have a turnout of about 30%. So this was an interesting job that we did here. The local government election in Trinidad and Tobago is very interesting. There are 139 constituencies, 139 districts that are being contested all at the same time. These are broken down into 14 regional corporations, and then you actually, in addition to that, have aldermen that are being elected based on proportional representation. So we actually have two different electoral systems going on at the very same time. It's very interesting. With all of that, let's say, confusion or possibility for confusion going on, that's when really people who know what they're doing with the analytics, crunching the numbers and dealing with the statistics, can really figure out, well, what's the truth behind all of this data. Beyond trying to figure out, trying to project and predict who is winning based on impartial data, an important thing in this local government election is turnout. People need to figure out why. Why is one party increasing in support as opposed to another person's support? Is it that they're convincing voters or they're tuning out more of their voters? Or was it that the voters who usually support the other party just did not turn out? That's the kind of thing that you have to go to a deep dive and understand the election data to be able to provide that kind of insight. Not only who's winning and who's losing, but why. So SBS, as a business analytics firm, has been involved in all kinds of different projects, academic projects and business analytics, financial institutions, retail, looking at data in all kinds of different ways. But political analytics and elections data is an interesting case. It's an interesting case because it's in the public interest, and the base data is public data, and it's also big data. In some countries, you won't get the election results out for sometimes 2, maybe even 3 days. That's where analytics can really make a big impact to a nation. That you can have insight into what's going on and relieve some of the confusion and uncertainty. And what I really hope to do is to bring some of these techniques that I would have used in the United States with the Obama for America campaign and so on, that we're using right now in the Caribbean, all over the Caribbean. What I would really like to see these techniques being used even in larger societies, because that's where the potential, the true potential of big data lies. One thing that you did not see tonight that you usually sometimes see on election coverage is the use of exit polls. That's because exit polling is actually illegal in Trinidad and Tobago. It's illegal on the day of the election to ask somebody who they just voted for or who they intend to vote for. So what we did is that we used a new technique that I call entrance polling. I haven't seen it being spoken about in any of the literature. What we do is that we look and we count at the number of people who turn out to vote at different key locations in the country. And by knowing what areas are turning out higher and what areas are turning out lower, it actually gives us an indication of the political mood, of the political climate. And by just looking at that alone, we could actually get a good picture of what the final result is likely to be.